before I do start, I just want to let you guys know that 86.6% of you guys watching are currently not subscribed. So it'd be great if you hit that subscribe button. It really help out the channel a lot. So thanks. Anyways, what's up, guys? It's Untitled Coasters, and today I will be bringing you the next roller coaster for Six Flags New England. Six Flags New England is a great park. It had its time, and now it's meh. But let's get right into today's video. So my current next coaster video series, it's doing pretty well. You guys seem to like them. So here are all the parks that I've currently done. My next park will be California's Great America, which I do want to do on either Saturday, maybe on probably Sunday. So be on the lookout for that. Maybe not. If not, then Monday. So anyways, some of the park stats. They opened in 1870, which is one of the oldest parks in the country and the world. It is owned by Six Flags. It currently has 12 roller coasters. It covers 235 acres of land. It's located in Agawam, Massachusetts, which is just south of Springfield, Massachusetts. And it's a little bit north of Hartford, Connecticut. So, yeah. The last 5 coasters, in 2017, they got the Joker, the 40 free spin. 2015, they got Wicked Cyclone, an RMC coaster. 2012, they got Goliath, the inverted, the Vekoma inverted boomerang from Six Flags Magic Mountain. 2011, they got Gotham City Gauntlet, Escape from Arkham Asylum from the Kentucky Kingdom. And in 2005, they received Pandemonium, their Gerstlauer spinning coaster. I don't know. I mean, Wicked Cyclone, that's a great ride. Pandemonium and Gotham City Gauntlet are fun. Goliath's both rough and often closed. And Joker, I mean, it's a 40 free spin. They're bad, but, clones. So, the park's current coasters, they have an RMC Hybrid, an Intamin Hyper, a B&M Florist, a Vekoma SLC, a Wild Mouse, a spinning coaster, a Gerstlauer spinning coaster, a boomerang, an inverted boomerang, an S&S 40 free spin, a classic wooden coaster, a family coaster, and a kiddie coaster. I'd say their collection is decent. They got a great top 2 with their RMC Hybrid and their Intamin Hyper, Wicked Cyclone, Superman. Batman, the Dark Knight, their B&M Forest is fine. And then their Vekoma SLC is actually decent. I mean, they got the, good trains. And then you got, your spinning coasters, and your wooden coaster and 40 free spin are fine. Your Wild Mouse isn't too bad, and as well as your family coaster and kiddie coaster. But the boomerangs are, So I think Six Flags New England's next coaster will be, I'm saying there's a 10% chance of a GCI wooden coaster. Some of the pros, Thunderbolt is not the best. I mean, no one's gonna go to Six Flags New England. Oh, I'm really excited to ride Thunderbolt. Yeah, no. I mean, it's rough. The layouts. This is a good ride. These are good rides for everyone. Take especially Texas Stingray. You got it's not too intense. So it's not super intense, but it's still got a bunch of elements that are thrilling enough. So yeah. And also, it'll help compete against Boulder Dash. I mean, it's what would you rather do, Thunderbolt or Boulder Dash? Everyone's gonna say Boulder Dash, obviously. But, a new GCI versus Boulder Dash. I mean, that'd be kind of good competition against Lake Compound. Some of the cons, though, these are bigger rides. They take up more space. Six Flags hasn't worked with GCI in years. I think their last coaster they did was Apocalypse at Magic Mountain, or I don't know. I think it's American, or the Boss, or no, not the Boss. I don't know. The one at Six Flags St. Louis, American Eagle or something. Thunder. I don't know. And then also Thunderbolt is still popular. I mean, they always got a decent line. I mean, that probably because of the one train option, the slow operations, but still, yeah. So 30% chance is going to a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster. Some of the pros, they take up a really small amount of space. I mean, I'm gonna say this again, hang time at knots, the size of a Vekoma boomerang, and, sorry about that, size of a Vekoma boomerang, and, they really take up the size of, a Vekoma boomerang, which is impressive. They have light packagings, which are pretty good, and Six Flags does like doing lights. Also, the park doesn't have a snappy coaster, kind of a snappy transition coaster. I mean, yeah. Now, some of the cons, though, Six Flags doesn't really like Gerstlauer. You got Batman, which is more of an inversion-based coaster. So, yeah. And also, these are lower capacity rides. So, yeah. And finally, I'm saying there's a 60% chance of an S&S Launch Coaster, obviously. Some of the pros, they don't have... The park currently doesn't have a launch coaster. They used to, but now they don't. They provide tons of airtime and hang time, which is kind of a good mix. And also, they have unique inversions, like the dog tongue on, what's it called? Max Force. But some of the cons, though, these are very short rides. Also, they're pretty intense rides. And, finally, there's Phobia at Lake Compounds, which is another S&S Launch Coaster. For the very intense ride, I mean, it's fine, but, like, you gotta take the fact that, like, the 40 free spin, Wicked Cyclone, and Goliath, that's pretty thrilling coasters. So, the fourth one, that's, like, why I lean towards the GCI more. I want the S&S Launch Coaster to come rather than the GCI. But still, like, and then, even, like, a Infinity Coaster, you still got parts where it kind of, like, shallows out. It's like, you can kind of get a little breather, and then it gets, like, goes back up again. But, yeah, so I think this will happen in 2021 or 2022 with the park not getting a new coaster in 4 years. So, literally, the announcement video would be, like, 6 days away. So, as much, we could literally learn this in 6 days, which is pretty great. So, anyways, thank you for watching this video. Please, like and subscribe. Like, I'm sorry about my note from the beginning of the video. I know it's a little pushy. But, yeah, so like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.